All right, everyone. Welcome to Waking Up with Wesley. I'm Senior Meteorologist Wesley Williams. It is the season finale of winter on this Wednesday, March 18th, 2025. And so on this exciting episode of winter, the dramatic finale of the season, it ends with a climax, a temperature climax. We're going to see warm weather as those temperatures really go up to spring-like values. And then tomorrow, on what I guess we'll call the season premiere of spring, it's going to do something you might not expect. If you've been paying attention to the forecast, then maybe you already know. But if not, then let's clue you in. Let's take a look at the latest information here on this Wednesday morning. So, first of all, lovely morning here. We've seen plenty of sunrise this Wednesday, and with that sunshine, we're going to get some wind from the Gulf. It will be a breezy day, which will increase the mugginess, and you're going to notice the temperatures are probably the warmest we're going to see this entire week. Highs around the upper 70s by the beaches, and then highs into the lower 80s for areas that are generally inland, north of Interstate 10. So this Wednesday warm-up is courtesy of some wind coming in from the Gulf. We're on the left side or the west side of a high pressure system, and since there is a clockwise wind circulation around high pressure systems, that's what's helping us to see that wind from the south off of the Gulf. So you will notice, like I said, that increasing mugginess in the air across the area. And with that added moisture, will we see some rain chances? The answer is yes. It's a rain chance, not really a rain guarantee though. Take a look at this Futurecast map. We'll make it full screen for you. So today, I'll call the rain chance in South Mississippi about a 10 to 20%. I'm really not expecting much rain, and I frankly think the computer model that you're seeing there is probably overdoing our rain coverage. I don't even think we're going to see that much around 1 p.m. in the Wednesday afternoon time frame. Now, we go to this evening, and I actually do raise your rain chance to about 20% by 7 p.m., and we go even higher by 10 p.m. That will be when we get to the 30 to 40% range. So you can see those hit or miss showers on the map for this evening and tonight. And I'm not completely ruling out a rumble of thunder, maybe an isolated downpour with that. But overall, some of you might not even get any rain out of this. It's not a guarantee, just a chance. And then by the time we get to tomorrow morning, all the rain's gone, it's drier, it's breezy, but it is also cooler. Spring is going to start with a cool down. And so we're going to start off the spring season Thursday with below normal temperatures. This continues Thursday night into Friday. And so I'm wondering if we're going to see some temperatures in the 30s because, you know, look, it's spring, or it's about to be, and plenty of people begin planting as you want to start your growing season a little early. But I've been cautioning you, if you've been watching Waking Up with Wesley over the last weeks, maybe over the last month, we've been mentioning that you're not completely out of freeze territory this time of year in March. Now you go to April and you're much less likely to see freezes in South Mississippi. But here's what we're watching. For Friday morning, you don't see any 32s on this map. So maybe most areas will stay above freezing, but it could come really close. I mean, you're looking at Wiggins 34, Moss Point 34, Poplarville 34. So these numbers, if you were watching, we showed this map yesterday, some of these numbers have come down a little bit. And I told you that they would get adjusted, and we'll see when we check the map again tomorrow morning, maybe the numbers come down again a little bit. We even have 39 on the coast. So there could be some 30s everywhere on Friday morning. And once you get basically to 36 or colder, that's cold enough to where there could be some frost in the area. So if you have some planting or you've put out some tender vegetation, those sorts of things could face the risk of getting frost on them. Now, if we see those numbers come down a little bit more, closer to 32, maybe we'd see, you know, some type of alert. Could be a freeze warning of some sort, maybe, but I don't know. It depends on how the National Weather Service wants to address that. They might not do any alert, or they might figure a way to put one out there. Their criteria is a bit more flexible nowadays, as they've changed the alert structure with those freeze alerts. Some of them kind of don't exist anymore, and they've been replaced with cold weather advisories and such. So we'll see. They might do a freeze warning, but they might not. So we do want to talk a little bit more about the rain chances before we go. We've covered the warm Wednesday. We've covered the cool Thursday. But let's talk a little bit more about those rain chances. I'm trying to find my graphic that I've created for that. And I'm almost there. Because this system that is going to bring us rain is actually bringing other parts of the country some precipitation too. So let's take a look at this map, which is going to zoom way out, and you can see basically the entire eastern half of the country. So here we are on the Mississippi coast, and this morning you don't really see much rain down on that part of the map, but you go up to Illinois and it's really rainy, and then up in Wisconsin it's actually really snowy in some areas there. So that's kind of the parent circulation. We can draw low pressure on this part of the map, and from that low pressure is a cold front that drapes down along the Gulf Coast like that. And both of those features, that low pressure and that cold front, are going to move eastward over the next 24 hours. So that's what can help to kick up some rain showers for us locally. Fortunately, on the Mississippi coast, I think we're going to be too far south to get most of the energy from the system. But our neighbors well to the north in Illinois and Indiana, watch this part of the map that I'm going to highlight, and watch the types of thunderstorms that you see there as we go through time today. So there's one in the afternoon, looks like some showers, but then here's 4 in the afternoon, and I'm beginning to see, I guess I didn't draw it exactly, should have included more of northern Illinois. Right about there, these appear to be severe thunderstorms impacting portions of Illinois and going into portions of Indiana as we go to Wednesday evening. Look at that, still probably some severe thunderstorms into portions of Indiana, and then go to Wednesday night, and that's severe thunderstorms into portions of western Ohio. And I know I'm a forecaster for South Mississippi. Why do we care about Illinois, Indiana, Ohio? But the reason I'm talking about that is because it's connected to the same system. Look, we can draw a straight line from the storms in Ohio down to the showers in our viewing area in South Mississippi by tonight. So they are all connected by the same storm system. It's just fortunate that most of the energy with these storms is going to be limited to this zone here near the Great Lakes. And then once you come outside of that zone, not as much atmospheric energy, so not as likely to see showers and thunderstorms firing up. That being said, here is that map from the Storm Prediction Center. If you're watching national weather or something, you're probably seeing this map indicating an increased risk of severe weather for areas to our north. This does include a level 3 near Illinois and a level 2 near portions of Indiana and Ohio. And look at how far south that level 1 goes, all the way down into Mississippi. Now, not down here on the Mississippi coast, but there are some places like Jackson, Meridian, Starkville, Oxford, Tupelo that, by the way, just went through severe weather this past weekend and are currently cleaning up. And now they're thrust into another risk of severe weather on top of their current cleanup. I'm hoping that they are spared, but it is a possibility, even with level 1, that there could be some severe storms in parts of our state near and north of Meridian. So hopefully the communities there that are cleaning up after storm damage are paying attention and trying to secure their roofs with a tarp, or trying to secure any debris on their property, making sure that, you know, a thunderstorm doesn't roll through and make even more of a mess than what's already there. But fortunately on the coast, we don't have to worry about that. We're going to be well to the south of that risk. So finishing things up, taking a look at that 7-day forecast, which hasn't really changed over the last 24 hours. Not really much change there. Still looks like we're doing pretty well for the change of seasons. We're going to go through today warm, tonight chance of showers, tomorrow cool, and the little cool snap only lasts 2 days. So I know it's going to be spring, and we don't want to mess with your spring vibe, giving you a cool snap at the beginning of the season. So wouldn't you know it, just in time for the first weekend of spring, the cool snap comes to an end, and you've got 70s back in action for Saturday. I suspect that we're going to see a lot of folks out and about enjoying the outdoors on Saturday, as it is the first weekend of spring and the weather is looking pretty nice. Maybe you could be one of those folks. Maybe you should make some plans to enjoy a nice Saturday to celebrate the new season. I will say that between Saturday and Sunday, Saturday looks like the better day to enjoy because Sunday the chance for rain is a little higher. I'm still hopeful that the majority of the rain on Sunday will hold off until the very end of the day. Here's a very quick peek at the futurecast for Sunday, showing dry weather in the morning. And as you take a look at the afternoon, you begin to see some showers working in. There's sunset, 7 p.m. You didn't really get much on the coast of Mississippi, but you sure did see a lot over in Louisiana. And then after sunset, that's when we begin to see the Mississippi coast getting those rain showers. Those actually continue into next Monday. So that's what it looks like right now. Like our weekend, we might be able to be spared from the wet weather, but it is going to come in right when the sun goes down on Sunday and continue into parts of next Monday. Well, hopefully you're better informed on the weather forecast, and as always, I thank you for waking up with Wesley. I've been Senior Meteorologist Wesley Williams.